Thank you for joining us again here on the Onomatopoeia podcast. My name is Evan Brixey.
I'm Austin Sanders.
And I'm Nick Milness.
This week, I gotta say, is actually kind of lackluster versus like the last couple weeks, and actually what just got. Nothing thrilled me as much.
It seems like it's annual season again. We're getting a cut amount of comic books, and I guess they're trying to disguise it as like a double issue annual. Like, oh, we don't have all these titles, but here you go. Here's an extra Wonder Woman. Here's an extra Star-Lord.
Well, yeah, I mean, the annual's always been what its title is. You know, after 12 issues, they put out a giant size, and
several stories maybe in between.
Yeah, and it's always by a different writer, and
I'm not gonna read any of them.
And you don't have to, and that's But then there's always been some classic annuals that have been good over time, but like most of the time they're just kind of.
I enjoyed the Trinity annual this week.
We're not talking about that till next week.
I know, but
we're behind. Don't ruin it for me. I didn't read anything today.
We're going to take you back to the past, folks.
Take you back to the past.
To read some shitty comics that suck ass.
I think I just want to... Let's run Not Big 2 first, because there was... I'm going to do my rep of Archie Comics. They did a book called Archies. And the Archies, in the original Archie Comics, it was like the band, they all get together. So this kind of revamped was really fun and made a lot of music jokes. And it was an oversized, like you just mentioned. And I fucking had fun with it. I mean, these Archie books are just a good time. And they've
been really solid. I've looked at Archie. I've looked at Jughead.
And Sabrina starts next week. They restart and it's like that really ultra grim, if you like horror comics.
That's kind of hard to read for me.
Did you finish the first arc?
I think so.
But issue 7 starts next week, so I'm really stoked about that. So I just want to rep that, and also Dark Horse still making Conan the Slayer by Cullen Bunn, and that book is just a good book. I love Conan comics.
What's going on in Conan right now? Tell me like I'm somebody who doesn't have any idea what you're talking about, because I am somebody who has no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it's a good time to get started in it. The first arc had just concluded, and we're only on the first or second issue of this new arc. But a tribe basically is now following. Conan has become, on accident, leading a tribe because of his power of just combat and things like that, and it's really cool because I mean, I'll be honest, it's got scantily clad ladies, it's got that straight up Robert E. Howard, all this dialogue with way too big of like word like cyclopean, like when they use words like that, and I it's kind of goofy, but it's straight up just like an old school Robert E. Howard book, except I get to see a visualization of it now, so. I really like it, but it's definitely it's a fanboy book. Now, did anyone ever jump into Dark Crystal?
I never did.
This sequel. I'm giving up on it this week, and I'm a Dark Crystal fan. It's just very.
Is this a continuation of the Jim Henson?
Yes, it's actually the sequel, and
Okay.
But I don't know.
We've talked about it on previous podcasts, at least a number of times. So.
But I will say that this is the third issue, and I've had my fun, but I'm done. But let's talk about the. Black Hammer, I was just showing Evan this. Nick, I really think we talk about these indie books a little bit, but Black Hammer is the book I think you should start. It takes Golden Age type characters and puts them in a more real world situation.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
You're getting a
like JSA type characters in today's world.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, and that's all I have to end it with. I mean, you summed it up right there.
Okay. Interesting.
So it's on issue 9, and it's still a continuously good series. But then Evan and I both read this week the book that we lust after now from Image is Redneck, which is a very interesting vampire story.
You've told me a little bit about it. It's just like a dirty South kind of tale, what is it?
It's really at its core. It's a new take on vampires, but the setting is the South. But I mean, what would you call them? They're not familiars, but like when a vampire has a watchdog.
They call them familiars in the book actually.
Do they actually use that title?
But yeah, just kind of human counterparts that work with them and not necessarily do their bidding.
Familiar is a good word for that. That's exactly.
They have what appears to be a friendly relationship in the books. It's not a servitude type of thing. It's more partners in crime.
It's cool. It's got a whole
sidekick.
Yeah, like a sidekick.
Okay.
It's got social standard. Something about this book is just like I think it's the art is so appealing too. It just really draws me in. Like I want to read everything.
But again, like I said the first time we talked about Redneck, the art is actually really not appealing. Like it's
it's that sort of that
at
dirty.
first glance, it looks really sloppy. It looks grimy. It looks like something that kid who thought he was good at art in your high school drew.
I
but
feel
it
like
fits
it matches
perfectly.
the story. Yeah.
Well, that's not to say anything bad about the artist because it's clearly done intentionally. This is good art, especially for this story. But at first glance, it does not look like good art.
But yeah, that's for independent this week. But let's jump. There's not very many.
Well, hold on. We don't have much to talk about, so unless we have another topic, we might as well stretch this out a little bit.
You want to talk about plastic?
We could start and end the plastic discussion.
Okay. Plastic last. Well, it was not. It was fucking only 2 weeks ago, right? For issue 1. I feel like this. Usually, independent books don't come out this fast. I feel like I just read the first one.
It might have been a whole month ago.
Was it? But I just remember I was interested with it. Nick, did you read this book, Plastic?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Gotcha. I don't
Plot
know.
synopsis is way better than the actual story is turning out to be.
All right.
But it's a serial killer. Maybe not a serial killer. No, he's an ex-agent, like an FBI agent or something, or maybe a military guy who has a schizophrenic loving relationship with a sexual blow-up doll.
Okay. Yeah, I can relate.
And he kills people over this doll.
And
the first issue, some dudes walk up to his car and are like, hey, good looking, and they're talking to the sex doll that's in the passenger seat of his car, and he destroys them.
it's really
really brutal.
So it's
gory.
like a combination of Natural Born Killers and Lars and the Real Girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
With
All right.
Ryan Gosling, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that movie. I don't know. It was a neat concept.
We like our references.
But
it was definitely a neat concept.
I just doesn't
after the
attract
second
me.
issue, I'm gonna keep reading it because I have the time, and it wasn't. It didn't like wow me. The first issue wowed me, but the second one was just. It's going to quickly become a parody of itself, I think, which is a lot of these books.
And it's a lot of tongue in cheek too.
Yeah.
Okay, it's one that kind of understands that it's.
It's a weird concept.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's a weird concept. There's a lot of dark humor, but it's fun. I'm gonna keep reading it. Austin, you're gonna quit.
Yeah, but I know in like a month you're gonna be like, man, issue 3 was really good, and then I'm gonna have to go download it. But no, that's I don't know. Image doesn't really put out like schlock. I mean, like there's an audience.
This
for
is an
book.
Image. This isn't like a.
Yeah, no. This
Okay.
Is, most of the stuff we talk about is gonna be Image. Dark Horse
Okay.
lately, besides that
yeah.
Dead Orbit book, man.
Okay.
That Aliens book.
Image I can get a hold of. It's just some of the other stuff is a little more obscure
Yeah.
for me to track down.
Dynamite especially, I always have a lot of trouble with, but
Dynamite puts out nice books a lot of times,
and Black Mask and Boom. I mean, there's just so many good things out there. The only problem is why the big two are so successful is they have so many different writers, and I feel like when they like Dynamite and stuff, they always go to their own they've got like a pretty straight crew of like people they can call to write a book. It's like all those Army of Darkness books I've read, like they're all. I mean, you're not gonna find like total gems in them. Like as much as I want to read an Army of Darkness book.
Speaking of, real quick, I got my eyes and hands on some Stargate comics. Now I love Stargate.
Who has the rights to do that? Is it Dynamite?
I don't think it's Dynamite.
Titan.
I'd have to look it up. I don't remember.
Titan does a lot of. I'll look it up while you're talking.
I will say I read one called Daniel's Song, which is based off of my favorite character, Daniel, who is the
Wait,
nerd,
Daniel from the actual movie?
Nerd from no, this is from they're based off of SG-1 the show. These
Please
comics
say
are not based
Karate
off
Kid.
The movie. Huh?
Daniel the Karate Kid.
I wish I read a Karate Kid
Stargate.
comic.
Dang it.
The Cobra Kai background, like the Cobra Kai backstory.
Sweep the leg.
But they weren't that good. What I've read so far.
They weren't that good.
And I love Stargate, so that was a little disappointing. Just thought I'd pop that in there.
Avatar Press is who put it out originally, but Dynamite just picked it up.
Okay, Dynamite do a better job than Avatar did. Please.
And But all right, let's talk about something I'm really excited about. Suicide Squad. I literally had a message Nick as soon as I read it. It's weird that we're almost 20 issues in, and when I do a DC pull, I read that book first almost every time now. Like it didn't start that way, but now I'm just so addicted.
It's really interesting because I remember when you guys came in, you were just so anti-Suicide Squad because I guess the plots up to then hadn't been lackluster.
I'll be honest, I've never been interested in that cast of characters.
Yeah.
I went and sat down and read all of it. I read issues Rebirth to whatever we're at now, 18. Mm-hmm. I was not expecting such a tight story.
Yeah.
Because it is little arcs, but one large connecting storyline.
Yeah.
I didn't. When you guys talked about General Zod in these recent issues, I was like, all right, I can't wait for Zod, and he's in the first fucking issue. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Well, no, he's there, but we didn't get to see him do what we wanted him to do.
Well, we saw him put in work. Earlier in Russia,
the fact
but
like Evan said, like how tight it is that they were dropping those fucking seeds the whole time.
Oh yeah.
So
very
clever.
Yeah, like we were saying, we knew no little bomb that Amanda Waller can put in Zod's head is gonna tell them. And how fucking metal was that?
The
that
scene
he
where
walked
he's
through,
just got brains hanging out of his head?
Yeah, he fought like that the whole comic.
Okay, also that panel of him just staring at the mirror, like doing it to himself was so cool.
No, and Boomerang just sticks him
in
the lobe.
Oh, that was great.
Also,
I was kind of hoping he'd be like, I taste ice cream. But
wait, what was that? Okay,
that was on Stuck on You.
Was that what that was from? Okay.
You got a dot in your head, you shit.
That was a total obscure reference, but I really liked it.
Yeah.
There's that one panel also in this issue where Boomerang hits that chick in the head.
Yeah.
And it was just like so awesome. Like I love Captain Boomerang. So
that was the last issue, I think,
was
right?
It? Okay.
Yeah.
More like Captain Asshole. He's just murdering people left and right.
It's Captain Asshole.
I love reading him in Flash comics.
Watcha.
And I love reading him in the Suicide Squad. Like he's just such a piece of shit, and I just feel like
I know.
Like the first episode, it's just not the first episode. The first issue is him being like, oh, I messed my trousers or whatever. And
it's a fight. I'm getting out of here.
And then he does it again.
My only
I'm
problem
ducking out, mates.
With Suicide Squad so far is now correct me if I'm wrong, her name is Data?
Hack.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't like her character.
Well, she's dead, so that's okay.
Yeah, and I was happy about that.
Boomerang to the head. Boomerang.
But no,
she got boomerang to the
this
chest.
issue, Nick, bring up the best part about this issue.
Yeah,
Because first off, tell us the argument behind it.
Okay, something as a DC lover, I've always ridden with DC through thick and thin. I'm not Superman is one of my probably second or third favorites. But there's always been this argument, something that people say, and it ticks me off. So if I hear you say this in the comments, I'm
gonna punch in the throat.
I'm gonna find you. But people have said that Superman is weak to kryptonite, and Superman is weak to magic. Superman is weak to magic. No, I'm gonna school you. Superman is vulnerable to magic, meaning that if the Enchantress, decides to burn my insides, then she can do that to Superman too. It means that Superman is just as susceptible to magic. It doesn't mean he's weak to it. I mean, it's still dependent on how strong you are. Yeah, it's just dumb. You're dumb. Anyway.
That's right, Dave.
So
you in the comments, clacking away on your keyboard.
I see you. Yeah, just
you're dumb. You're
dumb.
dumb.
Seriously, go ask Rob. Go to my friend Rob at Comics Explained. Tell him, and he'll tell you I'm absolutely right. Anyway, in this issue we have Zod. He's doing the whole kneel before Zod,
which
that he does
awesome.
So great. Don't change that. That's great. And so anyway, he's doing all this stuff. He's like, petulant insects, you think you can defeat a Kryptonian? Question. Okay, here's my question of the day and question to you guys. What would General Zod sound like? What kind of accent would he do?
It's funny.
This General Zod, who weighs 700 pounds and is 14 feet tall?
Yeah, like a pure Kryptonian. What do you guys see like a pure Kryptonian accent being?
I really... It's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking about that because, Terrence... what's his name?
Stamp?
Yeah, like the original.
He was a British man.
Because keep in mind, like, I mean, Superman, as in '78 Superman, was like our first introduction to Zod. He was not a comic character. He's been integrated into it.
Yeah.
And so that's what we have as, like I said, Mr. Stamp as a basis. But how he's been transformed over the years, I don't feel like he would be speaking any English. I think it would be a very, like, if you watched Game of Thrones, the fictional language they came up for the Dothraki. I feel like that would be like what you like, that anger, like when called
Dracarys.
Like that's how I feel. Like you wouldn't understand him. It would be straight Kryptonian in that like very aggressive
or like the what is that, the Russian guy's name who says peanut? What is that character's name?
Wait, what?
Okay, the
guy who's a Hammerhead guy?
Yeah, I guess maybe this Hammerhead is his name. But
holy shit! Okay, why is he in everything now?
I don't know, but whenever he like comes out of the side of the side panel and just cracks Zod in the back,
I'd like to think he says like
peanut.
He goes peanut like that.
You think
all right, that's how he talks.
Oh my god! All right, anyway,
does anybody want a peanut?
Here's my answer though, but based off of. Because they've taken to drawing him now with that very pointed beard.
Okay.
It reminds me of the facial hair of the Tsars of Russia. So speaking of Russia,
that's what I was thinking.
Like a very deep bass, like all bass.
Yeah, and
like
they used to have an arc too where like they had a Russian Zod too, like back in the New Earth. Yeah.
Wait, no. Correct me if I'm wrong. Zod is not in the animated series, right? In all 3 seasons, he's not involved, right?
In Superman the Animated? No, they amalgamated him with a character named Jaxer, who actually is from the comics, but he's more of like a henchman of Zod. In this one, they just kind of put him and Zod together.
So we've really never had a Zod in an animated feature.
We did. He wasn't on TV, but he was in a Justice League comic. He came back.
But we've not.
As soon as I talked about it with Evan, I looked it up.
We've never had anyone voice him, have we? I mean,
no. The closest we had is Ron Perlman doing Jaxer.
Well, Ron Perlman is the closest thing we get to if Jesus Christ is real.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk like a Russian Ron Perlman when I'm talking about Zod.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds good.
Anyway, back to our first question.
Yeah, his line.
Anyway, he's talking about. He's like, "You cannot defeat me. Kryptonians are powerful." And so, Enchantress is like, yeah, but Kryptonians have a weakness to magic. Your little weakness, you're bleeding. And so Zod says probably one of the best things I've ever heard. He goes, oh, shut up. Your host is human, and I can kill a human. And it just makes me laugh so hard. Well, I had to stop and talk to somebody about that as soon as I read it.
It's like a legit thing, though. Like, it's so goofy when you say it. But
yeah.
It's actually like, but seriously, I can just kill you.
And
you're just like Evan said, he's like 7 foot.
Yeah, and
he's regular size now. And earlier in the comics, they were like, even when Waller's like, why is he so big?
Yeah. When they have him tied up, there's like guys.
They're like the Phantom Zone made him grow 4 times the size of his regular Kryptonian.
Or maybe he just has Kryptonian osteoporosis and it's starting now.
Yeah,
like he's just
swollen.
Exactly.
That's why he's so grumpy.
He's losing that muscle mass. But yeah, just seeing that, and this kind of adds to that too of how Suicide Squad is now, and they're all jokey and stuff, so it's kind of like Zod is getting in on that, which is great because I could totally see any one of those guys say that, and he's always been so cut and dry and so serious, so it's funny to just see him do that, and he is serious when he's doing it, but it still makes me laugh really, really hard to see Enchantress get like heat visioned right in the face and taken out of the fight. It's great.
I have a few questions on Suicide Squad for both of you. Now that you're caught up, and now neither of you read Suicide Squad for 52, did you?
I did.
I followed the storylines, but I didn't read the individual.
Did you read New Suicide Squad? It was the series that happened after it, like at the very.
That was the one that was basically Harley Quinn's second book, right?
It was like, well, I liked it because it was Black Manta, Parasite, and Harley Quinn and Boomerang. Like it was like a. I really like Parasite.
So this is like this is the DCU one?
Yes.
Okay, is this the one where Harley Quinn?
I fucking love DCU.
Is this the one where Harley Quinn and Deadshot were a couple, or is that the
after
Prius?
Deadshot died, right?
No. It's where like Nick just said where they were together.
Okay, yeah, no, I have read it.
Together?
That's kind of what Assault on Arkham is based on. That iteration of the Suicide Squad.
Okay.
That wasn't a terrible movie.
No, I liked it. I mean, it has
I
Batman in it,
so I can't talk.
How can you?
How can
disagree?
you talk about Batman?
It's Batman.
Now, you guys, one of you mentioned that you didn't like what they were doing with Killer Croc in this Suicide Squad.
You mean that he's in love with Enchantress?
I think it's kind of funny. I mean, I'm wondering how they're gonna bone, but
that's all I can think.
They
about.
do.
I'm not.
They do.
Wait, what?
They
Because
do.
I will go through every
I didn't
issue
see
I
that
have.
issue.
They do.
Wait, where?
It's near the end of the arc. They do.
Of the last arc?
Mm-hmm.
They fuck?
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm going back and rereading it then because the
thing is it's
That was my
not Enchantress, it's Junie or June or whatever.
Yeah, June Moon. The Enchantress is a bitch.
I do like Enchantress's like one-liners in here. Like it's just June Moon. It's like I'm so scared and frail. Don't hurt me, please. And then Enchantress says something about burning somebody's entrails in hell.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
It's just like from. Oh.
I want to move to Action Comics. I feel like we're just really blessed.
The end of the end of Suicide Squad is basically a wrap up leading.
This issue is basically an Action Comics tie-in.
Yeah, they tie together because we have Zod getting recruited to the Superman Revenge Squad,
which is
dumb name,
fucking awesome.
How is Superman gonna survive?
He can't. This is what I want to talk about is how, like I said, blessed we are that this
Austin Evan. This is perfectly ultimate Superman in his final form. He's gonna find a way.
He
does.
We're so lucky to have this really well written.
It's nice to have Superman not just have plot wins.
Yeah, like I have Action Comics from before 52. Like I've read just pretty much as much as I possibly can of just these super books, and they've always been so good, but they've never been better than right now.
No,
I am a fan of DCU.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Even back in the day, Dan Jurgens' run on Superman right now is the best Superman we've had since Infinite Crisis.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, this is...
But
yeah,
this especially with... Okay, now, the one character I say I don't know a lot about is Eradicator, the one with the sunglasses.
The Eradicator, yeah. He came back in the Death of Superman, along with when Steel and Cyborg Superman. I could be totally wrong, but the Eradicator is actually a robot, like some Kryptonian technology that appropriated itself to be Superman. But I believe it thinks itself to be Superman, and Superman dealt with it, and it recently has just come back.
I actually really like one of the things I like about the Eradicator in this arc is how it's just kind of taken on the role of Cyborg Superman's what's the word, like number one guy. Because people, whenever they pick up Mongol or whatever, and he's like, I bow to no one, and then Eradicator's like, you'll bow to him. Or whatever.
Also, this is a badass true. Cyborg Superman.
Yeah, Cyborg Superman is so friggin' awesome. I mean, he is probably the most underrated big villain
I like Metallo
in that comic.
Too. And then
Metallo's all right. He just has plot armor pretty much. Literally.
Now I'm getting my robot Superman villains mixed up. Does Metallo have the kryptonite core? Or is that somebody else?
Yeah, he's the one with the kryptonite heart.
And then
Cyborg Superman is the one who used to be human. He was basically Reed Richards in the DC continuity, except he just melted and could fuse with technology. And Hank Henshaw. His origin is basically the same as the Fantastic Four, except he's evil.
Also, I really like the usage of. No, I mean I could be saying this wrong, but Blanc.
Yeah,
because
it's just blank.
It's nice because he's a new villain.
He was. If you read during the very beginning of DC Rebirth,
Lois and Clark. Whenever they had it.
I really actually love that arc of Superman trying to hide, and he had this new villain he had to fight. So I just think it's really clever to use all these classic people, and bring them in with the new people. And who else are we missing right now? Mongol. Metallo,
Eradicator,
Blank, and then they're gonna get Zod.
That's it. That's all of them.
But it's just like you said, how what the fuck is he gonna do?
It doesn't seem like there's any hope. He's probably going to need the help of some super friends, I think, to deal with this. I bet you John's going to get involved somehow.
I just want the fucking Legion of Superheroes to be like, we know what happens at this time. Like, they have a time period
Hey,
thing.
we've been getting JSA stuff.
I know, they keep
lately,
dropping shit.
Are we going to get our bird people soon?
Yeah, just like I'm waiting for Question, I'm waiting for Martian Manhunter, I'm waiting for Plastic Man, even.
All I want is...
Well, when we get the Justice Society of America, we should get a lot of that stuff.
Well, we won't, not for JSA. We'll probably...
No, I mean, no, that's not it.
Hawkman, maybe. Because he's more like a JLA era, like 50s, I think, is when he started.
But, I don't know, it's weird, we like I said, we were getting hits, but, like... I just really want my Legion, my Justice Society, and my Shazam book. Like, I want these books.
Oh, yeah. Where's Bilbo? Bill Bat.
Bilbo Batson?
Bilbo Batson.
The
Where
big
is
cheese.
he? Yeah.
No, we need... I don't know. I'm anxious for these books, but...
I'm excited, too, because if we get Shazam, we get Black Adam, and I love Black Adam. He's a great villain.
Okay, did you read Forever Evil? Evan did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mazas.
Okay.
No, he is there, isn't he? Yes, he is. You are so right. I forgot that. I'm sorry.
That was the one thing that killed me because Black Adam is such a powerful character, but then he gets his mouth destroyed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You are correct. Black Adam was there, so obviously Bilbo Batson is there somewhere.
We'll see.
You know, obviously, maybe I don't know. Are you guys hip on your Shazam history?
We didn't get much.
What happened to the Wizard and the Rock of Eternity? Did something happen during? Is that when
in Rebirth?
Is that when Spectre destroyed all of magic?
No. Like by the end, okay, because there was.
Well, hold on. The last thing to happen to Shazam was what happened in Darkseid War.
Okay.
Which was fucking awesome. Actually,
he got new gods.
Yeah. Darkseid War was cool.
God of gods.
Yeah, God of gods.
He was. I like that.
Now I'm all excited about that book. I could sit here and talk about Darkseid Wars.
You know, once we wrap up this whole Rebirth button Dr. Manhattan business, hopefully we can get some of that awesome new like the good parts of New 52 and all the New Earth continuity and stuff. That'll be
to get everything wrapped up. What was your? You read all that, right?
What?
All the Darkseid War stuff.
Uh-huh.
Who was your favorite solo book? Do you like any of those? Because Flash.
You mean the one issue?
Yeah, there's Flash was God of.
He was God of Death.
He was
the Black Racer.
And
Black Racer.
I just remember really liking the Green Lantern, the Hal Jordan book.
I was gonna say the Green Lantern one was probably my favorite.
Superman was cool. I liked the all white Superman, God of Strength. I liked the Wally
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. Yeah, God of Apocalypse was cool. And that actually ties into Rebirth.
Yeah, no.
I like that. That's a part of it.
Position in it.
So that kind of does that.
Yeah, it's got Lex donning the Superman of Metropolis armor.
Do you like that? I really like that armor.
It's cool. I mean, it's gonna have some good fun stuff when Lex Luthor becomes a bad guy again.
You think we're gonna get that?
You know it's gonna happen.
Well, at the beginning of Trinity, he was teaming up with Ra's al Ghul and
Cersei.
Yeah, Cersei.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Well, he wasn't really. He kind of was, but kind of wasn't. Like, you know, he's like, okay, I'm a good guy now. I don't want to be anywhere near this. Blah blah blah. But they're still like, oh, you know, he's going to come around. He'll be fine. You know,
well, the thing is,
he's Lex Luthor. He's gonna do it.
Let's
bada boopy.
Here's the
Italian racial.
Italian racial.
This is my segue for this. Lex, like Nick and I have always talked about when we talk about.
Please be this. Please be this.
Please be this. Is the Doctor Doom of the DC universe.
Yeah.
So.
Please make Mr. Oz Lex Luthor of New Earth. Please.
Infamous Iron Man, going into that actually is very reflective of this Lex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's actually very, very similar. He's appropriating some tech and becoming the hero.
Exactly.
Because the other one died and made a self-sacrifice.
So, fuck.
I don't know if I can ascribe that much goodness to Lex Luthor.
You think he's more sinister? You mean?
I know he's sinister.
You're like, he's faking
at the very beginning of Darkseid Wars.
He is Lex Luthor.
Like, I don't trust you, Lex. He's like, you shouldn't. I'm still a bad guy. I just helped you that one time.
I know.
He fucking says it.
That is true. No, but I see it as, this is like a little different Lex. Okay, kind of like this was a different Superman, and Batman was exactly the same. But that's besides the point. Everyone else changed but Batman. But yeah.
No, Nick. He's got purple on inside of his cape.
Oh, that's right. There's yellow around his bat symbol too. Yeah, and he has a son somehow. Anyway, yeah. But something like that. I want to see Mr. Oz be Lex Luthor. I want to see that.
Like a futuristic Lex, or like he was just doing it the whole time.
No, New Earth Lex, like godlike powers because he got stuck in the wormhole and had godlike powers. Lex.
Oh, that would be cool. I would like that.
Yeah, I mean, and he is basically Ozymandias-ing the crap out of it. Like he's getting Dr. Manhattan to be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, he makes a good point. This is right. He can do this, blah blah blah. But at the same time, he's that's why Lex would be the one who is taking people off the game board, like the ones he knows, like Doomsday, like Tim Drake, like Mixia Spidlet, because it's mostly Superman and kind of Superman knowing characters.
Isn't it so funny? Okay, this is weird. When I was going, and Evan and I have talked about,
or it could be Libra. Who cares?
52 stuff, but like how poignant Batman was during that. But now it's so funny. I feel like I haven't really seen, besides there's that one Green Lantern's couple issues with Scarecrow getting a Sinestro Corps ring. But we really haven't had a lot of Bat villains going on. What we've really been doing is a big focus of Superman villains. And as a Superman fan, I'm just ecstatic about this.
Superman's going to be the big crux of this arc. I mean, everything has started with Superman. It's going to end with Superman.
Did you read Flash of this week? I don't want to jump into it.
I did.
Did we get any further with anything? No? Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
There is one thing, but it was going to happen. I mean, you can tell from the cover what was going to happen.
No, I'm anxious. Also, I've been uber depressed. Like, it's been like only 1 week now, but I didn't get my Supergirl and I didn't get my Flash and I don't have Riverdale. My CW addiction is just, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to cope.
I know what you mean. Better Call Saul is going to take a 1 week break for Memorial Day, and I feel like crying.
Isn't it bad how the addiction of television is like that? All right, let's move on. I do want to talk about Marvel because there's a lot of fun things. My main question, Evan, did you read Secret Warriors 2?
No, I didn't even like the first one.
Okay, well, it didn't get better, and we've already talked about Royals. Like, why are you fucking up my Inhumans? You have an Inhumans television show coming. You need to have a solid Inhumans book, not this divided shit. And now, don't get me wrong. None of these, every book I'm talking about is not bad. I'm just saying that I did not enjoy it. Secret Warriors 2 was like, I just couldn't get behind it. Now, on New Beginnings, as a huge Guardians fan, like I've already stated on the podcast, when Bendis started that run, like in 2010, like that really got me back into Marvel. Like that first, when they started Marvel Now, Guardians of the Galaxy was the book that was like, got me back to it. So now I've got this new writer on All New Guardians. And it's a neat arc, but the thing is, okay, you didn't read it, right?
No, I don't.
The best thing, sorry to go back there, but the best thing coming out of Secret Warriors is the very end, they have X-Force come in and just make like a little cameo.
They have Strong Guy is at the very end.
What?
Well, no, it's the rest of them. I'm looking at Beast, I'm looking at Archangel, I'm looking at Magic.
Did they have everyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'd have read it if you told me Strong Guy was going to be in it.
Oh, he's in one fucking panel.
I'd still have read it.
Well, and the thing I like about Marvel is that they have like little Strong Guy. They have things in it where they have little catch up things and tells you who the characters are, and I wish they would do that with my DC. Jeff,
please.
Jim, please tell me, because I didn't know who the Hammerhead Peanut guy was, and I want to know that.
What are their names? Wacko,
Yakko, and Dot.
Yeah, Wacko Yakko of the Warner Brothers. Please start doing this.
Yes, please.
But no, because of Strong Guy, and like you said, I didn't even realize one of my favorite characters in the fucking background is Magic's there. So I mean, I'll read issue 3, but I mean, it's better than Royals, but it still is not grasped my attention, but
that's not saying much.
You guys are still gonna have to sell me on Inhumans. I mean,
you know, I'm gonna let you borrow a book. The art is done by a man named Jay Lee, and it's the Inhumans book that got Evan and I addicted. It was a.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the Royals issue the next time, and it's got fucking Ronan the Accuser smashing shit up on there. That looks exciting.
Just because they have cool looking thing, I don't know. Royals, every time I look at those covers, they do excite me. But then I read the book and it's just...
Yeah.
The fact that Maximus the Mad has been posing as Black Bolt and...
I like Maximus. He's probably about the only... I like Maximus. I like Black Bolt.
Lockjaw.
See, I like Lockjaw. Lockjaw's cool
Karnak
because he's a dog. Lockjaw's a dog. Yeah.
Did anybody read
Karnak? I like Karnak too, but he's not actually Inhuman.
Nick, did you read the Black Bolt solo book?
I did read Black Bolt. It was cool.
Was that last week? That was 2 weeks ago.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
I like Crusher Creel.
So we should be getting a new one next week.
Yeah.
I hope so. I'm anxious to see where it goes. I will say that it's not what I expected.
Absorbing Man's a really underrated villain as well.
Who is?
Absorbing Man. They gave him a...
From DC?
They gave him some... No, from Marvel. He was the guy that was beaten up on Black Bolt in the annual.
Who am I thinking of?
Wrecking Crew?
The guy that's 4 colors in DC?
Metamorpho?
Oh, dude, Metamorpho is so great because
okay.
he eventually becomes Element Woman, who's even a better character.
Yeah.
In Flashpoint.
I don't know about that.
I like Rex Mason, but I like Simon Stagg too. I like his hair. It's silly.
Anyways, we're done with DC for a second. Did you guys read I Am Groot?
Yes, that's what I want to talk about. The All New Guardians is they've now put the Grand Master and the Collector together. So they're taking the Grand Master, who's going to be in Ragnarok, the Collector from the first Guardians, and they're now in the Guardians book, and Groot is still a baby. Like, it's just, this book is so movie forced, I feel.
That's always what it's been. You know, to reach the best
a new
audience. Yeah.
But no, keep in mind, this is not a bad book. The only thing that's really one of my favorite parts of this book, though, is Drax has given up killing people. He no longer just destroys, but then he accidentally shoves someone off a bridge and kills them. He's like, "It was an accident. It doesn't count." And I thought that was really funny. But and then I don't know. I gotta say, I'm not really enjoying it as much as I would like to because I've just loved this book for so long. But when I Am Groot issue 1 came out, it was a fun.
I liked it.
I still think the Rocket title is a stronger book.
Well, with Groot, you gotta appreciate the way that's done because most of that, like we're talking 99%, is gonna be the penciling because the dialogue is I am Groot.
Gotta be, yeah.
So you really need to sell those emotions and situations. So yeah, I mean,
but it does. Did it show some funny side characters even in this first issue?
What the hell was this dog thing I was looking at?
That little like Techno Pug or whatever it was.
Techno Pug. I like that.
I like.
Someone give me information on Technopug. I need to find out who this is.
I need a Marvel Wiki article on Technopug, please.
Just make up something too.
Another thing.
Make it up.
It was good, and so obviously I'm gonna continue Groot for sure. Did anyone every week another book? You know, I was just talking about how I'm excited to jump into Suicide Squad every week, or every month. But Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur still intrigues me. I still have every week I smile after finishing it. I'm always having a good time.
Well, it's a feel good series, and you know it's one of the weaker ones. So that's really cool that they're able to pull it off. This starts a new arc, right? This one, okay.
And it's just fun. It's no bullshit.
It's a girl in a big red dinosaur flying in a spaceship going to space.
It makes no sense when.
And the dinosaur's wearing a spacesuit. That's awesome.
Good time. So I just want to say it's a good book, and also Totally Awesome Hulk is still totally awesome.
Oh, okay. So we got some kind of ego.
Yeah,
planet thing going on.
Daughter.
Ego's daughter.
Yeah.
What is Ego's daughter self-worth?
We'll see next issue. It's a new arc, so we're gonna do
Id.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's the brother, I think, right? Or am I mistaken? This is.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Did you?
I didn't read anything else.
Let's make it up
for Marvel. I don't like.
Her name is
I really
Clarissa.
don't like Totally Awesome Hulk. I'm sorry.
Really?
I can't. Bruce Banner.
I can't get behind Awesome
Guess
Hulk
what? You're
either.
never gonna see him again.
Yeah, well.
Oh, we will. Just give it a crisis.
We saw him immediately after he died in Uncanny Avengers as a zombie ninja.
Oh, I forgot about that whole fucking thing. Did you read that?
I did read that. Yeah, I'm familiar with that one.
Did you read
I can't get behind.
Captain Marvel is getting way
bad, worse.
We're
I can only read 3
it's different.
issues of it.
I like that they're adding more to it, but I am a little confused that is that Riri Williams that's up there with her in space?
Yeah, what the fuck?
But she's on Earth in Infamous Iron Man. And I mean, now this must be before Secret Empire.
Bring up Captain Marvel if you will.
Yeah, I just got done cheating on that one, looking it up.
There's a panel of the whole crew she's got.
Yeah.
Okay, she's got the entire Guardians, Ironheart.
Alpha Flight's there too.
Yeah.
Alpha Flight, Hyperion, Quasar. Like, why can't she get anything done?
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Why does she have the most intense?
Is she still locked outside of the shield?
Yeah.
Yes.
What the heck?
Why. This is still directly post Secret Empire.
Oh, on Secret Empire 3.
This is the first one in Secret Empire. Yeah,
we're not talking about that yet.
Okay, yeah.
I just want to know if this makes because she's
Pup.
got the most badass crew you could have, and like they still fuck up, like the entire Guardians, the Ultimates,
Hyperion,
like
Alpha Flight,
like
Quasar. They have fucking Quasar.
Well,
you can't get anything done.
This is new, unexperienced Quasar.
That is true.
I mean, who only did what she did in the last big event because the actual Quasar was like in her brain being Obi-Wan
telling her what
her.
to do. Yeah. But no, I don't know. I'm obviously gonna keep reading this.
I'm not.
I know, but as a Carol fan, I've got to. But let's talk about the most important thing in actually our final book, because I can talk all day about this fucking book. Infamous Iron Man refuses to be bad.
Oh, this one was cool because it wasn't at all what's on the cover.
The cover was like the throwback one, right?
No. It's him in the Iron Man suit against the Maker.
Yeah, but it's at the old school. Reed
but
Richards.
it had no Reed Richards Doom standoff.
Oh, hold on. One of my favorite parts of this is the part where it's just like straight dialogue for a page, like the talk of Reed,
2 pages,
like
18 panels.
It's
of just Reed Richards, and I'm telling you, this has got to be Maker Reed Richards.
Oh yeah, we can't.
Yeah,
but he's acting like he's not.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's like Reed Richards if he was a bad guy. How awesome would that be?
It is It's the ultimate James Bond villain.
Yeah. No.
I wasn't sure where that was going. They got me.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, no.
But I thought he was talking to anybody but.
The ending was friggin' awesome. I mean, because it's just like, what?
Well, okay. Have you noticed what issue was this? This is 8.
This is 8. Yeah.
Every ending has been endings for this book.
I do like that Riri and Doom, they kind of come to sort of blows a little bit.
Okay, I like a testing thing. He's like, I just kind of need some help.
He's like, please shoot my armor, and she's like,
Which
okay.
I'd like to see if Riri would be Doctor Doom's sidekick. That'd be cool.
Okay, that's another thing that I thought was really interesting was that we talked about it a lot. Like I said, I'm giving up on Invincible Iron Man.
Yeah.
But then Bendis is writing that, but then his usage of her in this fucking book.
Yeah, she seems to be better as a supporting character.
Exactly.
Than a main one.
I think that
Rob Schneider.
I think that pretty well proves.
Or would she be David Spade?
She'd be Spade.
Okay. All right. There we go.
I think that proves though that the Marvel upper echelon getting its fingers in the Iron Man pie is what makes Invincible Iron Man bad. It's not Riri and it's not Bendis. I think it's Marvel that makes it bad.
It's really stretching. Right. Do you think there will be this is another question for you. Do you guys think there's going to be an Iron Man 4?
No,
with Mark Wahlberg? No, I've heard talk about Mark Wahlberg wants to step in if Robert Downey Jr. disagrees.
Why? Why would that ever happen?
Hey, I'm Tony Stark, Iron Man.
What? What's going on? I'm fighting who?
Fuck.
What's a Mandarin?
I want to do the rest of this.
What's a Mandarin?
I want to do the rest of this podcast.
We're fighting orange?
Of Evan Brixey and Nick
We didn't do this in Boston.
Marky Mark version of Iron Man because that's worth it. But yeah, so what did you think about the last panel?
Javis.
It's with
Javis. What do you...
with Doctor Strange, right?
God. Oh, well, not just any Doctor Strange. It's Tony Stark, Doctor Strange.
Like it's like a combination sort of thing.
Yeah, like I don't know what the hell is going on with it, but maybe he's appropriated the Eye of Agamotto apparently.
Maybe the AI sometime in the future fused with a magical
fucking God.
The Eye of
Jarvamoto.
Jarvamoto.
Technology crossover. Baby Tony Stark.
Can also we all
a
agree
magic
that
tech baby?
every time that Ghost Tony Stark comes up, it just annoys the shit out of me.
Well, he's not well, he pretty much is. He's an AI. But I mean that's cool. I don't mind that Tony Stark being an AI. I think that's exactly what Tony Stark could do. He's so friggin' egotistical.
Make himself an AI in alcoholic form. And give the artificial intelligence the ability to become intoxicated.
Because that's funny. No,
this will be so funny.
I don't know.
They need him to do things important.
Well, apparently, Tony Stark AI and Friday are doing some Randall from Recess sneak dissing. So
wow.
maybe he's
Nick
trying
is
to
all over just deep cuts tonight.
They're,
That's what you said the last time you mentioned Recess.
I know it's because it's funny.
Think that's a cult show. Maybe it's not a cult show.
I love Recess.
No, Recess everybody watches. That's why I'm trying to give everyone a knowledge base of what I mean by sneak dissing.
We've talked about everything we kind of want to. I mean, I want to talk about Wonder Woman, but what a lackluster week. I don't feel as I guess I don't feel as inspired by this.
Did we talk about Secret Empire? I mean, we didn't get a chance to talk about.
That was today, motherfucker.
Oh no, I mean Captain America. My bad.
I don't read Steve Rogers, and I don't read Falcon.
Okay, no, there's a really cool thing in Steve Rogers.
Am I really missing out?
Not really. I mean, this seems
Secret Empire. For me, I'm just reading the main series. Am I not
Secret Empire
not reading Steve Rogers?
Secret Empire is pretty wordy. This particular comic is just Steve spitting propaganda, which is awesome. I always like that whenever you're trying to.
Is he convinced himself? Does he know that he's part of Hydra?
Of course he does.
Well, sorta, but I think
it feels like
we talked about last week that he maybe has like some kind of mental thing, kind of like when Spider-Man was taken over by Doc Ock.
Yeah,
like he
what
said,
a cool run.
Still in there.
I liked it. I didn't think it was that bad.
I love
that. Yeah, it's
Superior
interesting.
Spider-Man was amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know
cool.
why. I don't know why we had to have Peter Parker even come back.
My favorite scene was whenever the Avengers are in New York and they go to help Spider-Man with something, and then Wolverine's like, "Hey, bub, you feeling okay?" And then Doc Ock Spider-Man like does like some like judo spider flip and like throws him on the ground. And he's like, "Don't call him. I'm not." He's like, "I'm not your bub," basically. And he's just like, "I'm not your bub and I'm not your friend. I don't need your fucking help." And then he just like flies away, and everybody like Wolverine looks sad, and everybody's just like, "What's wrong with Spider-Man? He's usually so fun."
I just remember when he borderline just rapes Mary Jane.
Well,
yeah.
No. That was just a I think like Spider-Man imagining, oh my God, the worst is gonna happen, kind of thing.
I like that he formed the intimate relationship with the little person lady.
Oh, Anna?
Scientists.
No, my favorite thing was in Superior Spider-Man was that how Doc Ock had all of Peter's memories and everything, and that changed him. Peter got all of Ock's memories. You guys remember Ock was married to Aunt May in one arc?
No.
Okay, all right, and I'm trying to remember from memory here what was said, but there's a small memory in there, a small panel that's had Aunt May on top of Dr. Ock that said, "Oh, Otto, don't be such a fuddy-duddy. Nobody is gonna know what we did before our wedding night." So Peter has that memory now of her fucking Doc Ock.
I just like if we would put together all these random things we're talking about.
Put together a compilation of the worst things in comics.
That's really bad.
I've
got all those. I'm gonna have to go back and look over those issues.
We need to make a meme of like that '60s Spider-Man. We had all those. Basically, him holding his head and going, because that's exactly what you're gonna be seeing.
All right, so Wonder Woman, I don't think I'll be able to go see it tomorrow night.
Steve Rogers. I'm sorry, I'm still on Steve.
Yeah, I forgot.
All right, the cool thing here is Steve
spitting propaganda.
He was spitting propaganda and everything, and he has a bunch of ninjas.
Hydra ninjas?
Yeah, Hydra ninjas come to Madripoor, and they come across this guy who's reading a book, and this guy who's reading a book just rips the entire wall out.
Wait. Repeat that.
I'm going to show you in panel. There's this guy who's reading a book. These Hydra ninjas come after him, and he waves his hand and makes the ninjas fly away. And it turns out it's Magneto. So he has a gift for him that he's like, I don't want the mutants having any trouble in this, and basically I want you guys to stay out. So I'm going to give you a token of my appreciation, one that I think you're going to appreciate, to show that we're on the same thing. And he gives him the head of the Red Skull.
Oh goodness!
See,
where did he get that?
It blew up.
No. I don't think they blew it up. I think they just
they shaved out the Xavier portion, and then they Rogue burned, or Human Torch burned.
I
that.
remember
I think someone put Red Skull on the rocks is what happened, and I saw him with his body twisted or whatever.
Wait, did
he's
they
just
just
there.
blow? Was it just his brain?
Or maybe
they shaved out. They surgically extracted the portion that was Xavier's brain because they were going to keep Red Skull alive, and then Human Torch burned that portion of the brain.
Okay, but see, there's a few gems in these. How metal is that?
That's really crazy. That's really crazy.
And,
yet again, Nick Spencer's writing this still, right?
I believe so.
Why is it so fucking wordy? It's like reading a Black Panther book. Ty Nish writes the same style.
Well, it's like action. Captain America's one of the OGs of Marvel. And with Superman, I don't know if it's kind of like a heritage or something.
But no, I mean Superman books aren't that wordy.
Well, Superman are, but I'm talking about action comics.
I love action comics. Well, okay, maybe it's because I'm just nerd out on them. I might be being jaded. So.
I love me some action comics.
Is ISO in jail?
You got me all
stoked about. I'm just gonna have to download. Don't show me anymore. I'm gonna read this issue.
I'm gonna read it too. I missed it. I forgot it came out. But is there anything else in Marvel we wanted to talk about, gentlemen?
Well, you guys.
We're gonna talk about Wonder Woman.
Well, yeah, but you guys. I didn't read this, but you might have.
Did any of you guys
read Ben Reilly, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I've never been really sold on Ben Reilly. This one was pretty Kane heavy actually though, rather than.
Is he the bad guy from the first one?
Kane is the bad guy from the 90s.
Yeah, Kane is one of the
He's got his big nasty veins on his face, and he has
he's the one that was operating as the Scarlet Spider in Texas, in Dallas or something.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah, that's Kane.
But he's a good guy. He's not a bad guy.
Yeah, no, he's not. Apparently, he's looking for the Jackal. The Jackal.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but this comic is called Ben Reilly, but Ben Reilly's not in the fucking book.
Yeah, I guess it's maybe like the search for him because Ben Reilly died, right?
Yeah, Ben Reilly's dead.
Okay, yeah.
And this is Jackal we're following. So I just don't understand.
Can I just tell you, I love this iteration of the Jackal way more than just the little monster.
Yeah, the little
Jackal.
What was it, green?
Yeah, this reminds me of a Ra's al Ghul in the Batman animated series and the Baphomet and Batman Cacophony. Like that kind of stuff. I like a tribal mask. I like that. That's really cool.
But yeah,
that's dope, yo.
The Jackal is currently going undercover by wearing sunglasses and a hat. And
classic.
The Marvel secret.
The superhero standby.
The superhero Marvel Cinematic Universe. Never get detected by anybody method.
And he wants to set up his lab because Spider-Man destroyed his lab in New York. So he goes to this rich lady who runs a casino, and he's like, he seriously walks into her. She's got a sick daughter, and he walks into her sick daughter's room with no plan. He's like, I can fix her, and then he goes in and grabs her hand, and by literal pure happenstance, she comes out of her coma, and it's like, Mommy, and then they're like, how the fuck did you do that? And he's like, I'll tell you, if you fund my new lab or whatever.
Wait, what?
And he didn't do anything though. She just happened to wake up. So he's escorting this woman with lots of money to set up a new lab, and Kane is looking for him to kill him, hopefully, and then we won't have him in the book anymore.
Oh my god!
I'm not. I'm not gonna read it.
It's really bad. I want to like it because I love Scarlet Spider. I want there to be a good Scarlet Spider title. This is not it.
Did you read X-Men Blue?
Yes, I did read X-Men Blue. Did you read X-Men Blue, Nick?
No, I don't read any X-Men.
Okay.
Never been an X-Men.
Not get into Wolverine. He's got claws.
This isn't Wolverine. This is Old Man Logan.
No, he's not even in blue. Now, who we actually have, we got the reveal this week it's his fucking son from Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is
Jimmy,
the start of
Jimmy Hudson.
Yeah.
It's the start of a new arc. It wasn't.
You mean 3 issues in? It's the start of a new arc.
Yes. I wasn't especially impressed with this.
I was not.
This issue, but I'm gonna keep reading because I like it. I like the team.
And we talked about this, you and I think, on side. You like it actually. I like gold a lot, but you actually like this one.
I like blue more than gold.
I like the one that has the newer '80s type X-Men, like Colossus.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I don't have a lot to say about this issue, honestly. It was pretty boring. It wasn't a great issue, but I don't expect them all to be hits. I'm gonna keep reading it because I like X-Men.
If anyone is listening to this or anything, I'm still trying to find where. I know it's an all new X-Men. But where did
the cosmic wings come from?
Exactly.
The fire wings?
Yes. I just don't. I got into all new X-Men.
We could probably Google it, and with the amount of time we've spent talking about it, but
Rob, I subscribed to you through the Onomatopoeia page. Tell me that's what you owe me. Where did the cosmic wings come from?
Yeah, we need X-Men answers. But all right, let's talk about a Wonder Woman movie.
It's coming out
most
Thursday.
likely not gonna be able to see it tomorrow like I would like to, but. Everything has been ridiculously positive, and I don't know if it's just because it is the first real, female positive movie. Or
now this we did mention this earlier, and we talked about it last night with me and my little brother. That it might have a Ghostbusters type thing. What it has done is it's so far, I guess, like for the last few weeks or so, it's had a 96% egregious score on Rotten Tomatoes, and now. Going into it the day before, it has a 97%. So that leads people to believe that it's going to be better than, they thought. But conversely, Ghostbusters, the same thing happened to it, the new one in 2016. And no.
Just because something is critically acclaimed does not mean that it is a good film.
That's true. Yeah. And the same thing, that it's because it's critically panned, it's not a bad movie.
This is the one thing I will... But just based off the trailers, it still has, and he's not even involved, but it's got that Snyder darkness on parts of it.
He's set the tone, and that's how they're gonna have to roll. That's how WB has mandated they continue.
I don't know. I'm not too fond of it.
We talked about this at length in a couple of episodes ago, and I stood up for this stylistic choice pretty.
But even for Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Well, Wonder Woman has a little more color.
Especially
just look at her costume; it has to have
especially
color.
Especially for a World War I film, it needs to be dark and gritty.
Everything I've heard so far is that Chris Pine, he's definitely not the hero, and he's kind of the straight man in it. Comic relief.
Which is fine. I mean, I don't think Chris Pine is super strong as a lead actor anyway, but when he has supporting roles, he does really well.
And that's what everyone says. They said he steals.
I liked him in Horrible Bosses too.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he was funny in that. I like that.
They said that he really does a good job in this movie. And then what was the other thing? I didn't realize how many guest stars were in it. I did hear this though. Gal Gadot, is that
Gadot?
Gadot.
She's Israeli.
Yeah. So she is, like Nick just said, she's Israeli, and she can't do any other accents. So everyone on Themyscira, am I pronouncing that correct?
Themyscira.
Okay. Everyone on that is doing a fake Israeli accent to match her accent, so it sounds like it's a natural.
I was gonna say, and it's awesome, or it's hilarious because who is it? Is it Connie Nielsen plays Hippolyta? She's like Danish.
Is that the girl from Princess Bride?
No. That's Sean Penn's wife. I can't remember her name.
The girl that plays Buttercup is in it too.
Excuse me?
Buttercup from Princess Bride.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Powerpuff Girls.
It's Robin Wright. Is that her name?
Look at the name.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you are.
And sidebar, I have been trying to get Harry to come in and be our fact checker and have that every night.
Oh my god, that would be very good.
That'd be good.
I'd love that.
Can we have like the "you're wrong" alarm? You're wrong.
Yes, we can.
Just spike the.
You that other thing that you repeat?
What?
Outtakes are fun. But yeah,
I don't know. But I mean, so
look at that spike.
Yeah, would you say that you're excited?
I'm gonna have to use Isotope RX tonight.
I mean, I'm not a Wonder Woman fan, but I don't feel excited about this movie.
Well,
I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna probably enjoy it. I just don't have like
the other three have left such a bad taste in our mouths. I mean, we Superman, Man of Steel was
I like Man of Steel.
Okay back in the day because I didn't know any better. It was the first of its kind. I was like, it's all right. I mean, it's not a Donner film. It's kind of a downer film, but it's okay. And then I was so hyped. I was so certain Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice was going to be awesome.
The greatest movie of all time.
And I went around warning people, it's not as bad as you think. It's not going to be as bad as you think. I was right. It was worse. But
I just remember there was a moment, this is fun, just a random story, is that I saw the showing right before Nick.
You told me.
I came out of the bathroom, and they're like, how is it? And I just saw the part, and all I could mention, I said,
there's a flash drive.
Wonder Woman just got a flash drive and looked up everyone's symbol. Like, it was...
Well, no, it was Lex Luthor who did all the legwork, and he went about, making graphic designs for them and everything.
Lex Luthor, PR firm for the Justice League.
Exactly, right? But...
No, I can't wait to see
and then
the Facebook guy up in Watchtower coordinating the Justice League.
It's Dave up in the Watchtower.
Jesus.
He does all our social media. But no, this is going to be the movie that makes it or breaks it for me. This is going to be the one. If it's good, I'll stick with you, DCEU. But if you can't make this one work, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done.
No, don't say that. We're all gonna see Justice League.
I'm gonna wait for the supercut with only Batman scenes of Justice League.
No, what we're gonna. Okay. Also, before we conclude, I wanted to mention this to you, Nick. I talked to Evan about this earlier.
All right.
So Aquaman, is shooting right now. They're in the main production of it,
They're actually shooting their past pre-production.
It's been shooting for I think a month and a half now.
Really?
Okay. One of our favorite characters. Why do I always forget his name? What's his name? It's like 4 letters too.
I want to say like Clam, but it's not Clam.
It's not Clam.
Scott Clam.
This is why we need a fact checker. The guy that runs the Atlantean
the head of the Atlantean Royal Guard.
But it's like Bash.
Volko? Not him. He's like a seer or something.
The guy that's got the guy that says Neptune's balls.
Neptune's balls.
Okay.
Right.
Neptune's balls.
Merc.
Okay.
Merc. He's in the Aquaman movie.
Okay.
He's only been in the comics for like a year or so now.
Well, that
guess
shows
who plays him? The Asian guy that played the Black Ranger in Power Rangers. That smart ass. Kid.
Johnny Young Bosch.
No. The one from the new movie. That young, smart-ass Asian kid.
Oh.
Why the fuck would you have him play an old, grizzled Atlantean general?
But he's not. He's not going to be an old, grizzled Atlantean general.
But it just...
I feel like they're going to take a page from the... They did this kind of as a half measure in this most recent Aquaman Rebirth, but most of Aquaman's... They literally just killed off all of the older members of his advisory team.
And they replaced everyone.
They're all young people.
Have we had ever an Aquaman arc with King Orm, his dad? Or no, not his dad. Because I think it's his mom.
Brother?
No, okay, excuse me. I am foolish in the ways of Aquaman. Have we ever had any stories about his mom or his lineage or anything like that before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not recently.
I've never done any Aquaman stuff myself.
Oh man, then I'll have to let you borrow some stuff tonight. But yeah, in this movie we also get Black Manta and Orm in the same movie.
Well, I hope we get Black Manta. He's almost the only Aquaman villain worth his salt besides Ocean Master.
Orm, is
Ocean Master.
So I mean that's cool. I mean it'd be cool if we saw King Shark, but I mean
I'm guessing we're gonna get an Orm I'm your brother. We are friends, Arthur. We must work together to rule Atlantis.
Maybe he could be like he could be a conniving. This is not befitting a king type, kind of person too.
Well, the guy that's playing Orm is what's his name?
Patrick.
Patrick Warburton.
Patrick Warburton. Yeah. Hey everybody. Yeah.
The guy that played.
That was good. Patrick
Night
Wilson, I think, is his name.
Yeah, Patrick Wilson, the guy that played Night Owl in Watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that. I love that actor, but I don't know about
maybe
him
he'll wear like a manta ray on his face like other Ocean Master. So, yeah.
That's the only thing.
He'll just be a jaw.
But I think everything about this movie checks out.
If they do Black Manta even half as cool as he is in the comics, then this will be a good movie.
I like how that's our standard. Just don't fuck up Black Manta for us. That's all we're trying to say.
You know, I wouldn't mind, but don't cast Sam Jackson. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got. You could see pictures online of they've got.
Is it Michael B. Jordan?
No, but
is it Chadwick Boseman?
Is it regular Michael Jordan?
No, they got Charles Barkley to do it.
There's regular Michael Jordan and there's Michael B. Jordan. I just think his term is regular Michael Jordan. All right, we've talked way too long, but we will next week. This is a weird pull list. We kind of already discussed.
Yeah, we've been lacking.
Very small.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, this is them gearing up for something, but we
still got did you see the PR?
I mean,
Bombshells
isn't gonna tide us over, guys. Yeah, it's
definitely it's not.
Yeah, and
that's someone that wanted that book to be good. Don't.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's
great you put them out every week, but hey.
Did you see that they added a new issue for Secret Empire? I think it's now 8 issues. They had a 0 issue, it was gonna be 7, and then they just decided to throw an 8th issue in.
Might as well. I mean, milk it for all it's worth. It is a big deal. I actually saw a TV commercial for Secret Empire.
What?
I've never seen a comic book commercial.
That's something that's I don't watch television. I say that like a weird, but I watch television later on the computer.
Yeah, but
but I heard radio commercials for Civil War II.
It really looked like it looked like a locally made commercial. And it must have been prompting or promoting Free Comic Book Day. But still, but no, it just said, see Steve Rogers take over the world in Secret Empire.
Dude, when I was driving home one night after work, so it's 11:15 at night, 11:15 p.m., and I just hear, the Marvel world has been rocked to its heels as superheroes battle one another. One of them is dead, never to return, and one of them is a traitor, blah, blah, blah. It's like Civil War II, pick up an issue today or whatever, and I was like, this is the radio. I think it was 96.5. I think it was the top 40 station. Just
what the fuck is happening?
Well, that's cool.
I mean, go.
That's
showing you. Gadget, read comic books.
Why don't we have an Inspector Gadget comic book?
That would be good. Put Inspector Gadget. Pair him with somebody. Pair him with Batman or Plastic Man or somebody ridiculous like that.
No. It'd have to be like a.
Who owns? Is
Saban?
Deke? I think it's Deke, right?
But that's owned by Saban, right? Am I crazy?
Inspector Gadget? I don't think so.
Is it BIC?
Or is it Disney? Because Disney did the movie.
Oh, they did the movie. They probably have the property rights then.
Oh,
holy shit!
That means it could be in Marvel.
Guys, why are we 3 writing the Inspector Gadget book?
Well, do it. Please call us. Could you imagine a gritty,
the
realistic
Inspector Gadget, Laura Kinney, Wolverine crossover?
Oh my god. Wolverine
go
Dr.
Gadget.
Claw. It's like whoosh, whoosh.
Go Gadget roller skates. It's.
I would like to see a gritty.
And Rocket versus Dr. Claw's cat.
Go Gadget helicopter hat.
What's the
wowzers? You cut it off.
Yeah,
the brain and Penny's the
Penny.
Oh man, I used to be able to do a good Dr. Claw. I can't do it anymore though.
I just like how you were like, you know what? Out of my skills of life,
and bring
fuck it, I'll do it.
Whoa, Evan just tore that shit apart. That was good.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Why are we all uber fans of Inspector Gadget?
I love Inspector Gadget.
I didn't realize how much we had so much love for them.
Gadget, crippling depression.
I have crippling depression. God.
All
right. Yes, please, Marvel, give us a call. We'll write
your Marvel Gadget crossover.
The Inspector Gadget Marvel crossover.
When are we
could you imagine fucking Inspector Gadget, C-3PO, and R2-D2?
Wait.
Droids on parade.
Fucking or you were excited?
I'm excited.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't want to.
That's that branch where they're gonna try an X-rated one. No, you know what? I want to see it. I want to see Buzz Lightyear join the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my god!
Let's do that.
Nick,
do you guys remember the animated Buzz Lightyear movie?
I am so. I don't know if I can.
I would read the crap out of that.
Oh no, that would be great.
That's such a good idea.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
No, a whole line of Toy Story crossovers,
oh my god.
I was gonna say Woody and Jonah Hex, but Jonah Hex is DC.
Also, can we talk about this next month?
I saw a solicitation of Looney Tunes. Is that what you're gonna talk about?
Yep. I'm
so
super stoked. Have you seen this
Looney
yet?
Tunes. Batman and Elmer Fudd. I had to stop and tell somebody.
Really?
It's ultra gritty, and then like there's Yosemite Sam and Jonah Hex. All these are like dirty books, and then like
it's Yosemite Sam and Lobo. No, excuse me.
Wile E. Coyote.
Coyote and Lobo. I'm sorry.
And then but then like actually one that
Yosemite Sam and Jonah Hex is the one.
Yeah, and is Legion of Superheroes with Bugs Bunny.
Was there Daffy? Was Daffy there?
No. There's one more with Martian Manhunter and
Marvin the Martian. Yeah.
Oh,
and they're gonna be like gritty books using those because Warner Brothers.
Oh, and there's another one too. I'm looking it up right now.
I think we covered them all.
Fans, but no, there's one more that I'm missing. Oh, and it's got to be here somewhere. Also, Batman and the Shadow is good. And I enjoy it.
And it's fun.
And Batman Beyond is good. And Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps wrapped up. And Sarko is Kyle Rayner's son.
What?
Yeah, Sarko, the bad guy, the one. It's Sinistra's daughter, and Kyle Rayner's son from the future.
What?
The dude with the eyes?
No, not Despero. No. Let me show y'all boys this. Okay, because Rip Hunter's there.
I stopped reading this book a couple issues back.
Yeah, this guy is Sarko. Yeah.
Me want to see.
My son, Sarko was my son, and he's like crying and all distraught.
I'm sorry, that just reminds me. As a Green Lantern fan, I just kind of gave up on that book.
This is the.
I don't know why it's not bad.
I don't know. I like him. I don't have any problems with him, but oh, where is it here?
But I don't like the Green Lanterns. I like everything attached to the Green Lanterns. So.
Wow, you actually have the Looney Tunes books.
Yeah.
You get the full thing. We're looking at Nick's computer right now.
Oh yeah.
This is riveting stuff, I'm sure.
The annual of all this stuff is ridiculous with Deathstroke.
Man, the Titans. I'm actually enjoying this new Lazarus.
Do you guys read Hellblazer like the new one?
No.
No.
Well, that was like both of us on the same page.
Okay, it must have been the week. It must have been the week before, but yeah, it's ridiculous.
Read Hellblazer, yes. Do I read the Hellblazer? Fuck no.
This is the first one I read, and I like the ending of it because I could see actually Constantine like saying this little thing at the end, like this woman's like, "What the I'm reading it directly off the panel. WTF are you up to?" And I can see him goes, "What the am I doing? Magic. That's what I'm bloody doing." If you read it funny, it's funnier.
if you read it with a funny voice, it's more enjoyable.
Do you guys read like the accents in your head too when you read these?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think I could get past the book if I didn't do that. I think it's really a necessary thing.
Yeah.
Now all I can think about is I think that Royals might be a really good book if I just read everything out loud in ridiculous voices.
Yeah.
Like if I did a Shakespearean performance of Royals, that might be a good book. But all right.
Many things.
Let's wrap this up. We've hit a long amount of time on this one, I'm pretty sure.
At least, yeah.
But next week got some stuff to talk about. We'll probably give a little review of Wonder Woman because we'll probably all kind of catch it. But
remember, we have social media now, guys. So go check us out. Yeah, we are. Yeah, for real. We're gonna go to YouTube. Just watch us. Make sure you follow us at our little places that we have underneath the description. Comment, like, subscribe.
For those who don't want to look at the description, we have Facebook, Twitter. Follow us on Twitch. We have also
Tumblr. We have Tumblr.
We have a Tumblr apparently.
We have a Patreon, which we're gonna work on eventually.
Oh yeah! Please donate to our Patreon.
Yeah, please. Support us. We need it. You should see the stuff we have. We need it. Yeah. So.
All right, bitches. Read your comics this week. The list is up.
There's some good stuff. It might be small, but it's good.
Yeah, there is actually. So, all right. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
And good luck.